So the Yankees make a couple more roster moves, and a huge target for the bullpen is injured. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. So 24 hours after the getting the news on Gerrit Cole, I hope everybody's had an opportunity to breathe a little bit. I know I have. And again, it's a tough blow. It's a gut punch, but it's not a gut punch and an uppercut. He might be down, but he's not out. Just like us, we might be down, but we're not out. So, because the fact is, he does not have a torn UCL, ulnar collateral ligament, and there were no issues with his forearm, his arm strength, his velocity, all these types of things. He was having trouble recovering in between bouts, right, in between bullpens, and so on and so forth. So that's a little bit of a different story than somebody who traditionally would need Tommy John surgery. Right now, the recommendation is not to have Tommy John, but he's getting a second opinion as well. So, and I actually have a special guest who's going to be coming on most likely this weekend. We're going to talk about non-surgical options. This is a doctor. Non-surgical options. I want folks to get a better understanding of the non-surgical side of this. The common fear that a lot of folks have, and including myself, is, man, what if he has to go down for Tommy John? Because the recovery period for a pitcher is different than it is for a position player. And there's no more significant name to the Yankees than Gerrit Cole. So that would be a devastating blow. So I do take comfort in the fact that right now he doesn't need Tommy John, and I hope it stays that way. But I want to have the doctor to come on and speak about this and what are the non-surgical options, just so that we all have a better understanding of whether the non-surgical side can be just as impactful as the surgical side too. I think it'll be pretty enlightening. So if you're not sub to this channel, make sure that you're sub to this channel, that we don't miss stuff like this. Okay. I've also invited a doctor on that Gerrit Cole's actually going to see, who performs the Tommy John surgeries as well. So I wanted to try to get a non-surgical doctor and a surgical doctor here, so we can get perspectives from both sides. So I'm still working on the surgical side, but the non-surgical doctor has agreed to come on as a guest. So I'm very, very happy and excited about that, and I hope you are too. So, so if you subscribe, just hit that notification button. That way you'll know when I go live with this guest and anything else that comes out as well. And I thank you so much for it. But now let's get into these roster moves. Okay, the Yankees have made a couple. They've reassigned right-handed pitcher Dwayne Underwood to minor league camp, and they've also reassigned infielder Josh Van Meter to minor league camp as well. Now these are pretty much expected moves. There's not a spot in the roster for these guys, and these guys aren't ready yet to take somebody's spot on the roster. So this is standard procedure in terms of paring down what's going to eventually be the 26-man roster, and they're going to continue to do that every couple of days until we're at the point. And since we're, a little over 2 weeks till opening day, there's going to be a lot more roster moves to come. So stay tuned. I'll keep you updated on everything. Okay. But the more significant news is this man right here. Okay. And this is Jeff Passan reporting, ESPN reporting. It's also on MLBTradeRumors.com. That's Devin Williams. Okay. And he was a big Yankee target, potentially as a closer. And, as potentially somebody who can come here now, or we can target at the trade deadline and so on. But now, so I'm going to read this out to you too. He's going to miss 3 months. 3 months. He's got 2 stress fractures in his back. This is directly from Jeff Passan, okay? And this guy was a dominant closer. 2 stress fractures in his back. He'll be shut down entirely for 6 weeks and is expected to be out of MLB action for a minimum of 3 months. It's a massive hit to the Milwaukee bullpen 2 weeks before opening day. Williams made 2 appearances this spring before pausing his work as he battled back soreness. He visited a spine specialist this afternoon. That examination revealed the fractures. Fortunately, Passan indicates that Williams is expected to make a full recovery. So I'm glad that he's going to make a full recovery, because he's a dominant closer. But missing 3 months is a devastating blow in a game. The same thing applies to the Yankees. I mean, even if we miss 2 months, Gerrit Cole, that's still a devastating blow. And which is why I'm happy to see guys like Carlos Rodon pitching better, guys like Nestor Cortez pitching better, and the addition of Marcus Stroman. Okay. Yeah, they didn't get Dylan Cease. He was traded to the Padres yesterday in a relatively, what's considered to be an inferior package than what was asked of the Yankees. but it is what it is. So maybe he'll make it harder for the Dodgers to compete over there. Maybe get him out of the American League so we don't have to face him either. So, but the Yankees are still on the hunt for a pitcher. But don't be surprised if they want to use one of the young guys either. You know, at this point, a trade might happen if it's going to happen, and maybe it's a Shane Bieber type situation. He's got connections with Matt Blake. Maybe it's going to be a Jordan Montgomery situation. Okay, I don't know if he's willing to come back yet. He hasn't said that he's not willing to come back. But he's also a Scott Boras client. He's also voiced frustration as to why he hasn't signed yet. He would cost less than Blake Snell, and we've talked about Blake Snell, who's already turned down 2 offers from the Yankees. So why wouldn't come back to a third offer? You know, this is on Snell and Boras, not on the Yankees. So I would be pivoting to Jordan Montgomery is the guy I would be looking at for agency. I know Michael Lorenzen's out there, and there's a couple of others out there. But at this point, the most value would probably be Jordan Montgomery if they can get him. He's a lefty. He's familiar with the Yankees way, and he's got some unfinished business here. And I like to get him a ring in the Bronx just as much as I like to get Aaron Judge and Gerrit Cole a ring in the Bronx too. So, but we'll see what happens. But losing Devin Williams for 3 months is a big blow for the Brewers. Okay, the NL Central is going to be a little bit more competitive probably than we thought. The Reds, the Cubs, they made some moves. So the Pirates have made moves. So it's initially the Brewers were considered to be the favorites in the division, but I don't know if that's going to be the case now. Losing Devin Williams is a big blow. So big blow. And I got one more piece of information for you. This date in Yankees history. Okay, this date, March 14th, 2002. Okay, the Yankees officially bring, and I'm going to read this out to you too. When the Yankees branched out to form the Yes Network in 2002, they left the Cablevision-approved MSG behind. Throughout their first season on Yes, Cablevision subscribers were unable to watch the Yankees, as Cablevision has refused to air it as a basic cable channel. I remember it well, as my family was one of the families to switch to DirecTV prior to 2002, so that we knew we wouldn't lose the Yankees. It was announced after an acrimonious year of legal battles between Yes and Cablevision, but with the assistance of the state of New York, the two sides came to a tentative agreement in March 2003. Okay, Yes wouldn't be on basic cable that year, but it was at least an affordable $1.95 per month, $1.95 per month. So it was added to Cablevision this date in 2003. Okay, when the sides continued to negotiate throughout the season, they came to a long-term agreement just before the start of the 2004 campaign. So Yes Network became official part of the Cablevision family, March 14th, 2003. So, and the rest is history from there. I mean, Yes, it's taken a life of its own. So, and this is one of the networks that we rely on for Yankee coverage and Yankee games and so on. So, that's what I got for you right now. Okay, this date in Yankees history. I'll be back in a little while. The Yankees lineup has not been posted yet. They're playing the Tigers today. Marcus Stroman's on the mound. So, once that comes out, I'll put a short and get you the lineup and the preview and so on and so forth. But I wanted to get this news to you. And again, I want to let you know that I do have a special guest coming on. We're going to talk about Gerrit Cole and how to potentially avoid Tommy John surgery. And is it an option? So I know a lot of fans think it's going to happen, think it's inevitable. There are doctors out there who, practice medicine to the contrary. So this is why I want that perspective to come on as well too. Maybe it'll give some comfort to some people. So, and I think it would be a good idea. So, but anyway, have a great day, everybody. See y'all later.